Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Bad Ideas debut. It's been delayed, we've been waiting, and it's here, finally out in stores. I've done a written review of this on our site, but of course I wanted to follow up with a video review because I went and got a copy. ENIAC #1 is here, kicking off the publisher. For those that don't know, Bad Ideas is doing things very differently. They're not going through traditional distribution. Instead, they are being very, we'll say, restrictive and picky with shops who have to conform to certain rules, such as only being able to buy one copy per customer, and among other things. Also, other things that are rather interesting is this is a first printing. The first printing is the white cover or the white logo. The not first printing is a black cover, and there's like one little minor change as far as content. What's the difference is, well, that's about it. The publisher's doing, again, something a little bit different in that the not first printings could be going on forever and ever. As long as they're demand, they will keep on printing. So there's no third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh printing. It's just either first or not first. Nice and simple. So this is going to be a little bit interesting if you really dig this comic, because again, it's hard to get. You know, we'll do what we can with links beneath this video, but you know, limited public or limited stores that you can get it at makes it a little tough. So the comic is high quality. It's really, really nice, well done. The cover, everything is just primo. So the ENIAC is written by Matt Kindt. Art is Doug Braithwaite. Color is Diego Rodriguez. Lettering is Dave Sharpe. There's also a backup story called Hero Trade, I believe, that is by Kindt and David Lapham. Yeah, David Lapham. It's Hero Trade, a briefcase. We'll talk about that in a second. So ENIAC, what is ENIAC? The ENIAC is kind of like ripped from the headlines, alternate history. The story is about a computer that was designed during World War II. It has grown more and more powerful, and we're now in modern times, and this computer is kind of loose, threatening the world, and is going to do something. So a pair of special operatives are tasked with going to kill this computer. Interesting stuff. Really good action premise to it, but there's a lot of small, smart stuff that's done that shows that there's a lot of thought brought into or put into the comic itself. It could easily have just been a simple action comic where you have the computer and they go off to go destroy the computer, but no, it kind of decides to do something a little bit more interesting with it, in that there is a weaving of real history in it. The use of computers during World War II, but more importantly, stuff going on today, and what the computer has done, this computer program has done since then, has gotten fairly interesting, and there's just a lot of small details to it, and that kicks off with the opening that has these two special operatives going and taking care of a threat who is putting bounties on American soldiers in Afghanistan. Obviously something that's going on in the real world and has happened, and the comic uses that to kind of kick things off, and in that way it kind of grounds things too. It could easily have just been an 80s over-the-top action comic and story, but instead it decides to I say keep things on the level a little bit. It's got the over-the-top moments. It's got some really memorable scenes and moments, but it's I think there is still like some thought put into it, so it's not quite as fantastical as it could have been. The art, I think, is top notch. It's got a really cool style to it. Yeah, we don't want to ruin that, but we'll show some stuff off with that. We'll give you this nice 2-page spread, and you can check things out there. Just really, really cool art. I love it. The colors pop. Everything just really, really, really pops. The hero trait is interesting, is that it has a completely different tone and look than the main story. It's black and white. It's more of like a Twilight Zone-ish story is the way I would kind of describe it. There's definitely like a twist, science fiction aspect to it. Doesn't quite mash with ENIAC, but they're both really good on their own. I kind of actually expect the Hero Trade, it would have fit better in just an anthology where there was like just a mishmash of stories in general, but like the two together doesn't quite match, but they're still really good. I know that might sound weird, but it's one of those where I kind of walked away and was like, I don't know if this was the best combo, but they're good. It's both really good, and but it still just kind of seemed like an odd, we're just throwing this together. It's not a backup story, it's a B-side. We got to use the right terminology. It's B-side. The other thing you might notice is the cover is glossy, and it's a little bit thicker than what you would expect from normal comics. There's some quality put into it. It's a lot of thought put into it, the package as a whole. It's just very, very well done. As a debut for a publisher, like, I'm blown away. We've waited a long time for Bad Idea, and they've delivered. They've pulled it off. So kudos to them, props to them for that. And yeah, like, I don't know what else to say. I'm excited to see more series as they come out. Obviously, check out the second issue of this. Has me really, really excited. You can get this in some stores. We'll have a link to at least one of them where you can purchase online. And then we'll also have a link to a Bad Idea's website where you can go and put in your info and go get some comics as well. So good luck in finding it. This issue is already going for a stupid amount of money online. Obviously, the not first printing you should easily be able to get that for normal prices. You probably can actually get this for normal prices too if you look around, but don't go to eBay. It's stupid. People have lost their freaking mind. So yeah, as we close out, I want to thank you for watching. You know, we got links underneath where you can go purchase. And if you want the latest Bad Idea news, we had a great interview with them. You can watch that here on YouTube or go to our site and go watch it there. If you want the latest comic news, reviews, previews, all that stuff, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.